My name's Alistair Campbell. I'm 53 years old. I'm British. I've lived in various countries around the world, mainly teaching English. I've been in Japan for 20 years or so. Most of that time I've been based in this university, Tokyo University of Technology. I teach a variety of students here, starting with the first years, going up to the third years. I teach general skills courses, I teach business English, I teach CLIL. We have students who need to read technical manuals in English. We have students who are aiming for exam success, the TOEIC test, for example, by getting better reading scores. One of the key challenges in teaching in Japan is that the students don't seem to be fully aware of what the reading skill in a foreign language actually is. Quite a lot of students still seem to think that reading is the same as translation. We still have students who would read word by word, translating them one by one and getting their meaning from the Japanese rather than directly from English. And also students who just read from left to right, row by row, until they get to the end of the paragraph. We have issues with just the sheer length of the class. We have students who are not majoring in English, who have to sit there for 90 minutes and try and get some meaning, some satisfaction, some enjoyment from that time. And clearly filling it with interesting, varied activities it's a difficult thing to do, but that's what we have to do. One of the good things about essential reading is that it has no space for translation at all. It's assumed that you will be reading it in English and getting the meaning from the English directly. Also, it has a very, very good variety of texts and text types and task types, which are very stimulating for the students. I do expect reading textbooks to be interesting and motivating to the students and also to myself as well. I also am very happy to work with teaching materials that give me, the teacher, a little bit of extra space. Sometimes I've seen textbooks which try to micromanage every minute of the lesson, whereas with essential reading I feel I'm given quite a lot of leeway to handle things in my own way. Essential reading has many good points, and one thing that I like is that it does have these interesting topics which are geared towards Japanese students, geared towards Asian students, and also very creative, interesting tasks. And it has a very reliable methodology. It does feel like it's been written by a professional teacher. And it also has some very nice extras which you don't normally get, which is it has an extensive reading section at the back, so that although the students are, during the regular classes, they're very often doing timed reading tasks, they can do extensive reading and go at their own pace and enjoy reading just for the pure pleasure of it. One other thing is that essential reading comes with a test package, so that you, the teacher, you can select the text you want to test the students on and select the kinds of questions that you want to include in the final test, for example. I've used many other reading textbooks in the past, but when I found Essential Reading, I decided this was the textbook for me and for my students. I'd say that no matter what textbooks you're using, no matter how well written they are, I think at the end of the day it's your job as the teacher to sell those materials to the students and to make the lessons as interesting as possible. I don't think you can rely wholly on the materials that you give to the students. You have to persuade the students that what they're doing is interesting and worthwhile. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Let's get started.